know.
Exactly
And
right.
we remind Kelsey there's an old boy, a boy that's around, and how when she was little, she couldn't have been more than 7 or 8 or 10 or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, oh, I love him, Daddy. I can't live without him. She said, and we remind her of that every once in a while. When I see him, we bring that back. But I mean, it's important to them.
Yeah.
And we have to always maintain that and understand that.
Right.
That it is important.
It's totally different with the boy. He falls down, you tell him to get up and act like a man with
Yeah.
the girl. You get down there with her and cry with her, and you got to fix her boo-boo and tell her everything's going to be all right, and she's going to live.
Yeah, emotions, different emotions.
It's different.
But I tell you, it's rewarding too. The thing I found about girls, raising girls, is they'll go away from you, but they'll come back.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a point in life that they'll get away from you, and you won't be they'll explain to you how you're not as smart as you think you are, and they'll go on. Then they'll gradually come back. Now they won't never admit that they were wrong when they said that,
right?
But they'll come back, and it's sort of like the parrot. There was a parrot one time my dad told me about in a pet store, and every time somebody would come in, if a woman come into the pet store and she was a little heavy, the parrot would mention it, and he would mention it. She'd get mad and walk out. Then what happened? So the man that owned the pet store told him, said, "I'm going to skin your feathers and have you for supper this evening if you do it one more time." So the next time, as a woman walked in the store and she was a little heavy, the parrot looked at her and said, "You know." That's all he said.
You know.
So what it is they'll come back. The girls will.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, the hearts are there, and they got that heart for that, and it's just different. It really is different. So I don't know. I think about those memories. I knew your mom and dad well.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just knew your dad, knew your mom, just knew them for years and years. Think about them a lot. I think about them. They were there, and they were there for you.
Yeah.
Kept you going.
Yeah, as a kid, sometimes you don't know how much they do.
Mm-hmm.
You think that, they don't do enough, but once you have your own children and your own family, you sort of start to realize, whoa, this is...
Yeah.
Now I know why Dad kept telling me this, or,
Yeah.
And I'm hard-headed. You know that.
I wouldn't imagine that.
Yeah. I've always got to learn everything the hard way.
And that is the craziest thing to do.
I know.
I mean, the smart thing to do is to learn from other people's mistakes.
Right.
Okay?
I can't do
but
that.
See, the battle you run into with people,
Yeah.
and that's why it takes you so much longer to get to where you could be.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a battle.
Yeah. I honestly, I've done more growing in the last 5 years than I have my whole life.
Yeah.
And I think it started with just understanding that I don't know everything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Even though I think I do, and I'm really educated and smart, in my mind, I think that, but I'm not.
Yeah, I understand.
And another thing that helped me the most is to understand it's not about living every day as a Christian, but just having a relationship with Jesus.
Right.
And I never really, even though I went to church all my life, sang in church, I failed to connect personally with the Lord. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes absolutely good sense.
There wasn't personal there.
Right.
I knew He was God, and I loved Him, and I appreciated everything. Him dying on the cross, raised from the dead, appreciated heaven, and I always would try to strive to do what He asked me to do.
Right.
Don't kill nobody.
Right.
Don't lie. Don't do this. Don't do. And I did good on most of them.
Yeah.
I didn't kill nobody.
Lying part's the hard part.
The lying part's hard.
I mean, you ever think about that?
Yeah.
I think about lying sometimes.
Yeah, I know.